Ninja Swipe! Hey everybody, it's me, Nerfin16 Richard Kid here on YouTube, and here are my quick review and thoughts on Shuriken Sentai Ninninger. This is going by the first episode, but let me clear the air what's going on so far with recent Power Rangers news. More in particular, with a fan film that came online, I want to say yesterday. The Power Rangers R-rated fan film. I forgot the exact directors and creators of this, but they were behind a lot of high-end R-rated movies like the remake of Dread and the Liam Neeson movie The Gray, just to name a few. They were also the guys responsible for making the Dirty Laundry pseudo, I guess, epilogue after the 2004 Thomas Jane Punisher movie, starring Thomas Jane himself as, of course, Punisher. I liked the fan film. It was really cool. I'm thoroughly surprised that it was that awesome and that intense. I also want to make it perfectly clear, it's not going to be the upcoming movie. It's nowhere near like it. Just it has that, like, the memes and the people who normally do movies like this all the time. I just don't see them at all doing a real deal Mighty Morphin movie. I think Machinima's, I want to say ETC, pretty much said they found like a quote from the director who made this particular short and said, "Yeah, this is how I would do it. Like, make it 14 minutes. No, like." To make a long story short, he doesn't want to make the PG-13 version. He's not. This isn't like his casting, like showing his resume basically. Um, so mainly, for those who also know about this fan film that quick, it also has James Van Der Beek as a Red Ranger. Say what again? Yep, he is totally a Red Ranger from the Mighty Morphin era. Oh, I thought he was gonna be me. Well, you could go Kai change into him. Oh, crap. Into Rocky. Oh, I don't have that key. Wait, you have an mmpr theme key. Yeah, the first guys, not Rocky. Oh, that's weird. Are you Troy? I have an identity crisis. Later. Okay, there goes that. Overall, both that and Katie Sackhoff being the goddamn Pink Ranger is fracking awesome. Yes, I did a Battlestar Galactica joke. Sue me. And yeah, the whole thing is gory, intense, and pretty much if you saw Dread, you know what you're getting yourself into, basically. And, yeah, that's about it. I'll leave a link down below because turns out Saban, really isn't happy. The man himself, Haim Saban, wants it down due to the fact that they don't want this to be violent at all because they really like it squeaky clean with their properties, which is probably why they. I don't know what I don't know their business when they handle like fan films that aren't this intense. Because there have been other Power Rangers fan films like one that was trying to be more in tune with the Zordon lifestyle prequel and Teenager's Attitude, which is basically, if you've seen the first episode, Day of the Dumpster, it was trying to be like if you saw them like beat the crap out of Bulk and Skull the first time, it's like an aftermath of that. Like, they got sent to the principal and like, oh my god, before they get transported to the command center, basically. I recommend those fan films as well. They're not bad. I think they're the same YouTube channel as well, so go figure. So, Van Der Beek, dude, nice acting. Hell of a heel turn, because again, R rating. What am I gonna do? But you could have made a really cool Red Ranger. Just saying, dude. Anyway, on to one last thing. Apparently, Dan Stokerans found a Tumblr photo of an R-rated version of Masked Rider, which is just a horrifically photoshopped Jason costume on Dex, aka Black RX, and like a gun wielding freaking Furbus, which is their Lord and Savior. In case you're listening to the podcast, yeah, that's stupid. I reblogged it on Tumblr. I'll leave that in my links as usual. So anyway, on to my review on Ninninger, or Shuriken Sentai. I'm gonna leave it as Shuriken Sentai. Again, fear that I might mispronounce the last half of the name of the team. It's pretty much if you've seen a ninja movie or ninja arc of any kind of show, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. The first episode pretty much lays out what kind of happened. The Red Ranger comes home to his dojo, his family dojo. It goes tits up fast in explosions. It burns down. Again, like I said in my predictions, he's the first to like morph and kicks everybody's ass. And then everybody at first sort of doesn't believe him, except for his dad. He's like, "Oh yes, I believe in you, son." And then all of his like friends and basically they're pulling like I think a Maji Ranger kind of thing, and all the five members are going to be family, like brothers, sisters, or like cousins, basically. And yeah, cue Jerry Springer on this one if you're gonna be like that. Jerry. Yeah, I don't really care. Nor should you. Lannisters. Enough about Game of Thrones. Speaking of that, I think my prediction on the Megazord, their Shuriken Daijin. I don't know how to pronounce their Zords correctly, so I'm just gonna call the Shuriken Zord until I know. Turns out it's basically the Iron freaking Throne in like Megazord terms, because it's basically everyone else is like combined traditionally, and smack in the middle is the Red Rangers just sitting like he's on Game of Thrones basically, and just piling it from there like in a big gigantic way. For promos, they had apparently a Blue Ranger arc about to happen next week. With looks to be he's gonna take over the mech as well, possibly spoilers. But also since it is me talking more about the toys, that's probably what you're getting into. Best guess it's like a head change kind of thing, like I think a lot of past Zords tend to do for the main mechs. I know crap, I'm trying to really think here. If you know a team that did that Sentai wise, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm not that. I don't know that. I don't know that off the top of my head. Probably if you give me an auxiliary mech, I might agree with you with there. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, something like that. I think for the Pink Ranger of the team, she pretty much had the weirdest backstory ever. She pretty much is a foreign exchange, not really foreign exchange. She basically came back from America in college, no less, to dump her studies and pretty much go back to being the ninja life. So first off, kids show, I gotta let that in before I go, well, you just wasted all your studies for no reason. And yeah, that's about it. Again, this is the first episode. I don't know everybody's backstories in detail. Reds looks to be a little happy-go-lucky, like he really wanted to stay traditional and represent the last ninja of their family, who turns out to be alive and well. Immortal? I don't know. Here they are, born to be Red Rangers. They are the princes of the ninja stuff. Yeah, Highlander jokes, whatever. So yeah, a lot of references aside, this is a really good episode. The theme is okay. I can't wait to see the official opening next week. And other than that, very stealthy with their opening, and their weapon is also their morpher a la Kyurger as well. Their shurikens is goofy as all hell because it has their freaking faces on it. I think when the monster, because there was two monsters, a chainsaw monster, because I think they're taking the Go Busters route and pretty much absorbing objects to turn them into the monster of the week, because that's actually nice. They absorbed a freaking chainsaw as their first monster. Where in the world can you say that? Here, apparently. So yeah. I think one of the generals took a shuriken key, because I can't say ranger keys anymore. And basically, that might foreshadow their 6 ranger, my best guess. So, till then, I'm NerdFan16, Richard Kid here on YouTube, and on Tumblr, RetroKid616, and Swish Wish Ninja out. Later. And, have a good day. Whoa!